Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to take my hook and insert it through this loop and this loop and put it through the cap band. It will look like this. Okay, holding on to it, I'm going to take the color that I used for my main right here, which is black, take 2 bands, pull it through the jump ring and through these 2 loops that are on my hook. I'm going to reattach them, like so. Okay, and I'm going to take 2 of this color that I put in here, this pearl, and pull them through the 4 loops that are on your hook. I am now going to reattach them because I'm going to do a slip knot or a slip stitch, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and I want the back, since this is the front of my bracelet, I want the back to go over the top so I have them positioned correctly. I'm going to pull them through and give them a tug. Once I've done that, I'm going to pick up my jump ring, attach a jump ring to this. Now, when you do this, this piece right here might be in the way when you're pulling everything over your jump ring, but that's okay, just give it a tug. So I'm going to pull that piece down to the front. I'm going to give it a squeeze and push these through both sides, just like that, down both sides, and then turn this and give it, I'll get that into position and give it a tug, and then straighten out my bands a little bit. And there we go. And that's what this looks like on this end. Okay, I have already done the other end. So if you need to rewind to do the second part of this, feel free. Go right ahead and rewind and put your other jump ring on. And this is what it looks like right now. Okay, and I will be back in just a moment with the next section. I am back and I have finished both sides with my blue. I have pulled these double set of center beads up because I'm going to be working with them and I wanted them available to me readily so I didn't have to dig in to get them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hook, this is the front, you can tell mine is like this. If you've used round beads it won't really matter, but for me it does because I've used one-sided beads. So we're going to go in here and back through the front of the other one. So it looks like that. Okay? I'm going to take a band and pull it through both of those bands. Like that. So it looks like this. Okay? That twisted, I have it twisted for purpose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reach in to the back, grab that one, and then reach in and grab this one, and then connect the two. And it will look like this. Okay? We're going to take another band, and we are going to pull it through all 4 of these bands or loops that are on our hook. I'm doing it a little bit backwards, so just bear with me here. I don't want to lose anything. Pull it through all 4. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I don't want to lose, we're going to be working one side at a time. Okay. I don't want to lose this other one that I have hanging out here. Don't want to lose it, I just said. So I'm going to take, hold on, sorry. I don't know why that has a band on it. I'm going to take my little clip, you can use a C-clip, and I'm going to hook the other end of the band that I have on my hook. I'm going to clip that. I don't want to lose it, I don't want it pulling through. Okay? I want to take that off for just a moment. Now, what we're going to do is put your hook not through this one, but right through here. Okay? And then we're going to grab that loop put it in the center, and then grab the other band that's hanging out over there on the side. So we are, like I said before, we're going to be working with the outer loops of this. I'll work you down to the end, and then I'll work you down, I'll flip it around, and I'll work this end, and then I'll flip it and we'll work this end. And when you go to do the other side, I'll let you do it on your own. Just rewind to this point, and it's the exact same thing, exactly the same. So we're going to pull a band through all through those that are on our hook before closing up. I'm going to pick up the next two sets of bands, like so, and then close up. Grab another band. I'm going to do this all the way up. I'm going to stay with you. Unfortunately, that's what's making my tutorial long, but that's okay, because when we get to the end, it's there are certain things that we have to do. So I'm going to just go ahead and maybe not do this quickly because I'm on camera, but I'll continue to pull bands all the way up to the top. Okay, pull them through. Go up, grab your next set of bands, the outer ones only, close it up, grab another band, put it on, pull it through, your next set of bands, close it up, and continue that to the top. Trying to think of something to talk about, but if I start talking about something other than the bracelet, I'm going to lose my train of thought. So you might have to just listen to me breathe or hear the crickets. Okay. Pulling your next band through. All four that are on your loop, or on your hook, sorry. Grab the next two that are free. Close it up. Another band. Pull it through. Get a little, there we go. Grab your next set of outside bands. In my case, they're blue. Just the single ones. And then close it up. Get to the top here, you might find that it's a little funny. Let's see, what did I do? Give me just a moment, I'll be right back. I want to check something before I go any further. Okay, I am back. I just wanted to check to make sure that I was going through this jump ring up here, and we are. So, this is where your slip stitch is. So we're not going to do anything under that, just this set right here. Underneath this slip stitch, I'm going to pull a band through all of those. Okay. I seem to get that hooked. There we go. Now we're going to take and put our our hook through the jump ring, reattach, okay, and we're going to pull a band through everything that's on our hook, including the jump ring. So the band will go through the first band, the jump ring, and the second band. Okay. Now we're going to take it up through the black, and we're going to go through both sets. This happens to be a double banded one, and then close it off. Make sure I get that in the right way. Okay. Now, if you pull this jump ring, you will see that there are 4 bands on there. We're going to go through the first 2 on this side, right here. That's where we left off. We're going to go through these 2 right here. So we'll add a band, pull it through everything on our, well, got to catch it first. pull it through everything on our hook, including those black bands. Make sure you get it through there. Give it a tug. There we go. And before closing up, we're going to go through right in here. I'm going to have to give that another tug. They're LE bands and they get pretty snug. So I might struggle to get this through here. But oh no, look, there it goes. Yay. Attach the other end. Okay. Then we're going to pull another band through all of this. Okay. Going to put your loop through your jump ring, attach, pull a band through that, through the band that you have there, the jump ring, and the other band. Now I'm going to do a slip stitch. This is the back of my bracelet, so I want to bring the, let's see, I think I'm going to have to flip this around again because I want the front of my slip stitch to be on this side right here, since that's the front of it. So, and I always seem to do this wrong. For some reason I just can't get it through my head that I'm pulling it the wrong way. So I'm going to turn it around, pick those up. Whoops, I'm so sorry. What I did was I just moved my hook and then flipped these around. And then I'm going to pull this through and give it a little tug. Not too much, but just enough to keep it on there so that the front of my slip ring or slip knot is at the front of my bracelet. Okay, just like that. Okay, so we're going to go back to the other side, back to the middle, and where I have hanging out here, we're going to do the exact same thing all the way up, and I will do that with you. And then when you're done with this side, just go over, rewind, and do the exact same thing that I did over here. Does it make sense for me to show it to you twice? It'll make this tutorial even longer. So, whatever you've done in here and up the sides, you're going to want to flip it around and do the exact same thing. And actually, if you look at the front and the back of it, for as far as these go, they're the same. Okay, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. So let's get back to this one. Before I pull that off of there, I know it might sound crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and put this through here. Then I will attach that band and then attach the other side right down here. Okay. We're not touching these two right here. We're going to the ones beside it. And now I can safely remove that and know it's not going to fall off. Okay. We'll pull a band through those. The three that are on your hook. So there's three now. Before reattaching, we want to go up and grab the next set of bands. Outside to the right, outside to the left, and reattach. Okay, I'll try to keep this in frame this time. Get another band. We're going to work this all the way up the top. I love Holly or Zombie Fimes. I love her hook only because they're challenging, some of them, and they are so unique. It's, you know, it's amazing what she does. Brilliant, brilliant mind. Okay, so let's get back to this. We'll pull through, grab the next set on the outside, attach that band, pull another one through. I'm going to do this all the way up to the top. All the way to the top. And before we attach, go down here. It's kind of like a little valley, and grab those bands. If you look at it, you can tell if you've got the right bands or not. Okay? And then reattach, or attach, I should say. Grab another band, pull it through. Sorry, this is monotonous. You can fast forward if you have to. It's just, I just want to make sure that I'm telling you exactly what to do and not, leaving it and just assuming that, to go all the way up to the top and, to grab that jump ring and such. So if you'll just bear with me, I would appreciate it very much. Okay, pull that through, grab your next set, just like that, reattach, almost to the end, pull another one through. Now these are the last two that we're going to grab on this side, right here and right here, and reattach. I should say the last two of these types of bands. Okay, add another band, pull it through, like so, reach up and grab your jump ring and attach. And if you look at the front, well, I guess you can't really look at the front, can you? Because I haven't done the other side. So sorry. All right, pull through everything on your hook. We're now going to grab the black bands that are right here. You can kind of see them now, these two right here. There will be 4 of them because that happens to be a double band. Okay. There we go. Have all 4 of them on there. Reattach. Now, we're going to open this up and go through, I should say between these 2 slip stitches here. Okay. Let me pull. I probably should have waited to pull those because it'll probably go back into place. But let me grab another band. Oh gosh, these things become so sticky. So sorry. All right, so I'm going to pull the band through everything that's on your hook. Okay. Now what we're going to do is go in through into these 2 bands right here. You see them? Make sure you get the 2 of them, and then attach. Okay, pull one more band through, all the way through everything on your hook. Grab the jump ring, close it up, just like so. I'm going to grab this last band, pull it through, and hold on to it, pull it through everything on your hook, and then we are going to do a slip stitch. Now, that's the front of my band, so I actually want the back band to go over the front, so it's fine the way it is. I'm going to pull that band through, and I have my slip stitch. Okay? So this is what your one side should look like. Just like that. Okay, probably different colors, and that's fine. Now, what was I gonna say? Goodness, I was going to use this pearl band here for here, but I did not have enough, so I had to change my colors. Okay, and I knew I think I said I was going to use 3 colors. Well, now I have 4 colors. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Rewind to where we're attaching right in here and go ahead and finish up the other side. And I'll be back with the, I believe, final series or sequence here. See you soon. Okay, I am back and I finished this layer right here, the silver in my case. Now what we're going to do is we are going to ignore, this is the top of your bead, we're going to ignore these 2 right here for now. And then we are going to go in here and pick up these 2 outer blue, the ones that we were just working on. Okay, and I'm going to use black, same color as my inside. I'm going to pull a band through just those two, and that's where we will start. So when you go to do the other side, you will ignore these two, and you will start with these two. Okay, so although we picked up those two, we're going to work with the outer bands again, and in my case they're the metallic silver. So put those two outer bands on your hook and close. Well, come on, there we go. We're going to do this all the way up, just like we did before. Pull a band through. Try to work a little quicker this time, but I'm not promising anything, because things get stuck and then I forget what I'm doing. So let's pick up those two outer bands, reattach, pull another band through. And these are a little tighter because they're the jet black cylindric, of which I just have a few left, hoping it will work all the way through this. And pick up your outer bands. Again, in my case it's the silver, and you'll see. Close it up. Another band all the way to the end, and close it up, grabbing these two outer, this one and this one. Oh, I closed that up before I grabbed those, didn't I? Shame on me. That's what I get for talking. Can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. Anyway. Okay, another one. Pull it through. It works up actually pretty quickly once you get started. And if you're just concentrating on this and instead of trying to do a tutorial, it's actually a little faster. Pull your band through. Grab the next two set of outer bands. Close it up. Pull the band through. Hoping you can see this. Grab the two outer bands. Close it up. I'm getting to the top. Pull the band through. Grab these two bands right here. Close it up. We're going to grab these two bands right here, but before we grab these two bands, we're actually going to loosen this up a little bit because we are going to include it in these two bands. Okay? So I'm going to loosen it up just enough to where I can grab that without it, hanging out funny. Maybe should have just waited a moment to do that, because if they're not tight enough, I'm telling you, they will fall apart. It will pull out before you even know it. Okay, so we're going to grab that end of the slip stitch. You've got your two bands here. Okay, and then we want to close it up. Okay, now that we've done that, right? Well, I guess I'll know soon enough, won't I? I believe that's right. You know what? I think I need to go up to here. So let me pull these out just real quick, just to get rid of that. We'll come back to that in a moment. I missed one. Okay. So let's put these back on. Well, there we go. And close that up. Okay. Now we're going to do, you can kind of see it in here, this one right here and this one right here. That's where we're going to pick this up. So we'll pull a band through. like so. I always do that. There we go. Seem to double hook that one for some reason. Okay. Now we're going to go up and grab that slip stitch that's hanging out, go through this one and this one, okay, and reattach. There we go. Now we're going to pull a band, a single band through here, everything that's on your hook, including that slip stitch, okay. We're going to close it up like so. We're going to add 2 double bands to this. There is 1 and then 1 more. And Holly, forgive me if I haven't done this correctly. Okay, so I'll pull that through. Now, this is the front, and I want my back. We're going to do a slip stitch here, and I want the back to go over the front so I have it set up properly. I'm going to pull this all the way through and do our slip knot. Don't want it coming apart. Okay, now let's see, I'm going to do this. I could come back down here and finish this, but it's the same thing as this one, so you can rewind and you'll grab these 2 outer blues first, and then you'll go and proceed to grab the outer, which is silver. You can rewind if you'd like. What I'm going to do is flip this around and do this side here so I can show you how to close this off. Okay? I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yes. Okay, so let me turn this around. And I'm going to ignore, I'm going to ignore these 4 bands right here, which are where my bead comes off of. Okay. So ignoring those 4 bands, I'm going to pick up this blue and this blue right here. Pull a band through. Now we're going to go back to picking up the outer edge, which in my case is a metallic silver. Okay, so I'm going to go pick up the first one, pick up the second one, and close. Oh, okay, I guess so, that's right. Okay, grab another band, pull it through. We're doing the same thing all the way up to the top. Okay, picking up those 2 outer bands, closing, grabbing another band, pulling it through everything on your hook. Picking up the outer bands again, closing, pulling a band through, like so. Grabbing the next set of outer bands, just the top of it, closing, pull another one through, all 4 on your hook, picking up the outer top single bands, closing. Actually, I had something else to tell you. As I was saying before, Holly has some amazing designs on Flipagram, and I have had the pleasure of making a couple of her designs, this being one of them. I'm very, very happy with the way this is turning out. It is so darn cute, and I think that my nephew and his girlfriend will like them. They happen to be into skulls. Anything skulls they like. Anything. So I believe they will like this. Okay, almost. We're at the home stretch, people. At the home stretch. Okay. So pull a band through. All four. Pick up the outer two. Sometimes you have to turn it to find it. Close it up. Grab it again. Pull everything through. Okay. Go up here. Grab these two outer bands. Close it up. I keep tugging the back here because, it gets a little tight. So now we're up to here, and I believe this one is where we're going to leave off. Okay. I suppose if you, go up one too many, it's probably not going to, really affect your bracelet very much unless you're a perfectionist. And I don't know that I am, but I do like things to be right, especially if I'm doing something for somebody else. So, okay. Now, band is here. I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the other side. I'm going to take a band, pull it through. I believe that is, I'm just checking something here. Well, yes, I can see it at the top that I pulled that one. Okay. Oh, goodness. Try to be right all the time and it doesn't always work. So, pull this through. This time we're going to grab it last because it's hanging out on that side. So we're going to, let's see if you can see this. There's another band hanging here and hanging here. Pull it up. You can, oops, I grabbed one too many. You can see it. Okay. So I've already loosened that slip stitch at the top. So I'm going to attach the other end of that slip stitch and then close it. Okay, just like that. So I'm going to take a single band, pull it through everything on your hook. There should be 5, the 2 silver, the 2 black, and the 1 slip stitch, or end of the slip stitch that was on there. Okay, I'm going to close that up. Now we're going to pull 2 double bands, one, and then we're actually going to do it twice. So 1, and reattach. I don't know why I say reattach. I guess it's just attach. To pull it through another double band through and attach. Now this is where we're going to do our slip stitch. This is the back of my bracelet. So I am going to hold this, remove my hook, and flip it around. I like them being on the same side. There's one on that side. I'm going to put it on this side too. Pull it through. Those 2 bands, give it a little bit of a tug so it doesn't fall apart. Now what we're going to do to close this off is, oh look, do you see what I did here? Looks like I missed. See how this one's up higher than this one? So let me fix that real quick. My apologies. I'm going to pull this out, pull this one out. Okay. And I don't know where that slip stitch went to. Oh, it's right there. All right, so I'm going to pull it off also. I suppose if you didn't go all the way up to the top like that, it would be okay, but isn't that the slip stitch? Hello? Well, all right, let me just go down here and grab these. I'm sorry. I apologize. because I did not do something right. Okay, try this one. What I did on the other one, I believe I went all the way up to here under this slip stitch. Now, honestly, I don't know if that's right now, if that's how it was in the flipogram, but I don't think it's, I think you're going to come out with the same result. And I'll apologize to Holly again, just in case. So I got this back to where I picked up the side there, those two bands, and I'm going to pull it through. I just want them even on the side. If I don't take it all the way up, then I want to make sure I do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to grab these two and close it up. Grab another band. What did I? You know, and I did not pull enough of those out. I apologize for the noise. I'm going to pull a band through all four of those. So whatever you do on one side, you really need to do on the other side, okay? So I'm going to reach under here, under this slip stitch, and I'm going to grab this one and this one, okay? Come on. Oh, goodness, there we go. And just the top ones. Oh, and you see what I did? Ha! I forgot that slip stitch after talking about it forever. All right, so I'm going to take that slip stitch, put it on my hook, grab these two, and close. Okay, here's Sebastian. And now is where I'm going to put the double bands. To pull it through everything. Oh, getting ahead of myself. Single band through everything. I almost forgot that. I might be getting tired too, so I apologize. And make sure that gets through there. I don't want to lose anything. There we go. Okay, now we'll close these, and now comes the double. You see how they're even now? As long as they're even, I think that's really what matters. I might have taken it up too far, but I think it'll be just fine. So pull your double through both of those. Close. Take your next, sorry for those bands being in the way there. And pull your double bands through all four that are on your hook. I'm going to close them together here so I can tell which way I have to go so that my slip stitch is on this side. The back is going to have to come over the front, just like that, and it's fine the way it is, so I'm going to pull my slip stitch just like this. Okay, so it looks like this. Right, they're even now. So this is the front of my bracelet. I'm going to grab this end over here, okay, and I'm going to grab the other end. I'm actually going to come in from the outside to grab those. It might not matter, but I like them facing the same way. And that, see that they're like this. And then I put my hook under my jump ring. Sorry, that was kind of out of focus. And then we're going to pull a double band through everything on this hook. Might be a little bit of a struggle because I'm using the LEs, but we're going to try it anyway. Okay, so it goes through these two. Nice. And these two. Great. Okay, so it's through everything, the jump ring, and these two, and these two. I'm going to close it up. This is the front of my bracelet. So that means that I can just do the slip stitch the way it is right now. So I'm going to pull those two under the two that are in the back and give it a nice tug. And that is how you finish off your bracelet. Okay? Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I will probably put magnetic clasps on here, but just in case this slips off, I'm going to add this to it, because I don't want that coming off before I put a clasp on it. But this, minus this side of course, because I did not finish it, I will come back and show you what I've done. I actually have another one going on also that is pink, and yeah, pretty, very nice. Okay, see my little skulls on here? Pretty cute, huh? Okay, well, let me go finish up this side and you do the same thing. And I've showed you how to close it off over here. And then I will be back to show you the final. So here we go. I am back with my final bracelet. I just love it. I can add C-clips to the end of this if you need to. We can add any kind of clasp or like the magnetic clasp that I love so much. And if you need to extend this, then you can actually put another double slip stitch right there. Might even put another jump ring, you know, if it's not long enough for you and you want it wider or longer, you can add another one of these like we did before when I showed you how to add that jump ring. Awesome, awesome design, so unique. I love Zombie Fime's bracelets. I also made a pink one, so it's his and her for my nephew and his girlfriend. Quite happy with that. If you decide to make this bracelet, please hashtag BatCountryCuff, hashtag ZombieFiMe with 2 E's, and hashtag Lila's Gigi. We'd love to see your renditions of this. If you enjoyed this tutorial, even though it was 3 parts, which I apologize for, but I felt like I needed a lot of detail to go into this design, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you'd like, and we'll see you again at the next tutorial. Thank you.